Oh, hello. Good day, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another BBD stream. This time from Reaper. Hello. How you doing, guys? What's up? Hello, Buglips. How you doing, dude? Hello, Orbi. Hello, Quindley. Hello, Berg. Hello, Asgard. Hello, Archon. Thank you guys for joining me for another Reaper stream. Today, we are gonna be working more on our little giant sexy boy. Gonna be looking to get the skin tone sorted out, because, hello, OP, what's up? Hello, Evan. We're gonna be working on getting the skin tone on the front sorted out. I do like the copper we did here. This is a good effort. Works out fine. So, this is a good proof of concept, in a way. I still need to get the Viagra to the blade. I will do that. I don't think I will be able to paint the blade anyway today, so I can just let it go and do it next week. But yeah, we're gonna be getting the skin sorted out, because he looks like Papa's morph, and we want to fix that. So I have no idea what colors I used last time, so let's just see what happens next, I guess, because I have no idea. Couldn't watch the stream today. How did it go? We are very close to completing our lady. We painted her base. We painted the little foxy boy. I'll show you the foxy boy. Look at the little cute twat foxy boy.
Hello, I am a fox. How you doing? Look at my nose. It's so glossy. I have a glossy white nose. Do you wanna boop it? Do you wanna boop my...
Sorry. So yes. We got the base painted. We got the little fox painted. I did a bit of adjustments on the skin tone, fixed the hairs, painted the potion on her back, worked on the skin tone really mostly. Did the shtick, lots of stuff. We did a lot today. We did a lot today. So yes, let's try to do some top tier skin tones on this guy as well. Yes, Mac, you can. Hello, Robert. How you doing? Good day. You can heat up the blade. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I have already done it actually, but it didn't work out as well, so I'm gonna be doing it again. I do want to boop his nose, but I wouldn't want to rub the paint off. No, you can boop it. You can boop it. Don't worry. My paint is very durable. Hello, Robbie. Good day. Cute. Yeah, I'm very... Like, jokes aside, I am very, very happy with the progress we've been doing. Like, we have been... the last two models I've been painting... have been a massive step forward. I don't even know what happened to me, honestly. Hello, Necro. How you doing? It's like the spirit of Alpac has possessed me and given me strength or something. So yes, all is good there. All is really good there. So, what colors have I used here? Okay, so there's a... Okay, well, okay, I think I can do this. Thank you, guys. New palette? Yeah, I'm trying out the BBD. Sorry, I need to go in camera. Okay. I'm trying out the new paper from Redgrass. This is not the same paper I used this afternoon. I'm using two different pages, because the first sheet is drying. I washed the paint off, and I'm letting it dry. So while it dries overnight, I can use this one, so tomorrow morning I can keep swapping between two. Rather than using just one, I use two at the same time. So while one is drying, the other one... Smart, see? Like, I'm intelligent. Hello, Army. I'm doing well, dude. How you doing? I'm actually very excited to be working on this model. I like this giant boy a lot. This big boy is a fun model. What are you up to, my little friends? What's your plan for the day? What are you gonna be doing with us while I smurf about with this smurf? Waddle. See, the only thing I don't like out of this palette is that I can't load the brush with water from the palette itself. Alright, so let's get cracking. Gonna be sketching some lights here. Gently. I take another monster to paint, but come on, I'm gonna do Black Demonish Skin. Nice. I'm finally going to conquer my Tomb of Annihilation model today. Very excited. Nice. No, very, very gently. Very gently. Like the caress to a lover while they are asleep. You know? When you're looking at your loved one in bed and they are sleeping and you're like, man, I'm so lucky to have you. But maybe I am a bit too much proud to tell you. So I'm gonna give you a little caress while you sleep, hoping that you understand how much I love you. That kind of caress. I'm just watching. I'm messing up with non-metallic on a mini. Ooh, nice. Nice. A true gentleman, yes. The Blulk. Hello, Azimar. I'm hungry. I'm assembling the wings of my 3D printed forest dragon. Ooh, okay. Yeah, light placement on non-metallic is super important, but also super difficult. Takes a while to imagine the light. So this shoulder, I can probably just go to town with it, with the color. You can see I'm not using my newfound stippling method to the skin. I'm using another method here. Because of course, there isn't a worse learner than somebody that thinks they know everything, right? So even though I think I have found my style, that doesn't mean I am not allowed to try things out, especially on models like this one, where there is very little consequence in making mistakes, because actually making a mistake is a good way to show you guys what I did wrong, so we can learn from it. So I don't mind at all to do mistakes. So yeah, we're gonna be trying a more linear approach to this, following the volumes with the brushstroke, trying to enhance the volume by the brushstroke. Look, Grindley. So yeah, I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday, which is the single most difficult word to spell in the English language. Every time I write Wednesday somewhere, I know for sure I am writing it wrong. I got to the point where I don't even care anymore. I just write it wrong and expect people to think I have done a typo or something, because like it's impossible to write it. I hate the word Wednesday so much. Like I can say it, but I can't write it. Where does the D go? No, seriously, where does the D go? Every time I put it in the wrong place. You know. It's not Tuesday. No, bruv. It's not. The hardest is Worcester sauce. Yeah, but you don't say that word very often. Wednesday is like something you say very often. Wednesday. Worcestershire. Okay, this is an interesting model where you could do a lot to play around with the light on this, because the positioning of the model is... I mean, most of the model is against the light source. If you want to imagine the light... Like, if you're imagining the light source to come from here, most of the model is being hidden by it. So you could do... Like, if you want to practice shadows and shading and stuff like that, it's a great model for this. I think we are going to be taking a more 360 approach to the paint job. Because I think it's gonna look better as if you turn it around. Wordsnedeg that evolved to Wensdale in the transition from Old English to Middle English, possibly because of the increasing linguistic influence from French. So there has been a day in Wednesday for roughly the past 2,000 years. Wow. Okay. Man, freaking French, man. Always influencing the wrong things. These streams aren't just about painting. They're about life. Painting is just the medium we use to experience it together. As always, if you have any questions about what the hell I'm doing, if you'd like to know more about, you know, painting, colors, ideas, anything really, if you have issues especially, like if you're feeling stumped by something, hello Vanner. If some particular thing is stumping you, like a technique or something, feel free to ask me, I'll be showing you. I am more than happy to give a live demonstration of painting. And help out if I can. I am here for that reason, really. My directive is to just try to spend time with you guys. If I can teach you something out of my own ideas, but more importantly, engage with you so you can tell me what you think and you can, you know, ask me questions. Add French cheese for a trifecta of delicious doom. I cannot pronounce Worcester. I can't spell it either. The W sauce. Worcester. 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 Worcestershire. Of course we are, Quindley. We are engaged. Worcestershire. Really? Is that how you say it? Worcestershire? Well, okay. Hello, Joe. Hi. When I used to play World of Warship, there was a ship called Worcester. I found out it was said as a Worcester. As Worcester. So why do you need... I have no idea. It's Wednesday, Moneta. Hello, Acta. How you doing, you beautiful woman? What's up? So you can see that I have placed the highlight with my gentle layering, and now I am gently layering again to get a gradient, and we already have some good volumes happening on the model, so we don't really need much work on this guy. Do you want to know a secret about paints? A big secret, especially for those of you who are trying to learn blending. Do you want me to teach you a secret that will make your blending a lot easier with some colors? Some colors are different than others, in a sense that not all paints are made with the same kind of pigments. Some paints are made with natural pigments, while others are made with synthetic pigments. Blue, the pigment blue, is one of those colors which is made with natural pigment, as far as I know. Which is why blending blue is particularly easy over blending some other colors. And that's because the pigments, when they are organic, they tend to blend better with each other. So if you're trying to learn how to blend, but want to start simple, use blue. Choose blue in your color scheme. Maybe not as a skin tone, but like, you know, as a cape maybe. My grandfather actually worked in the blue mines. Is that a joke, or is that true? Wasn't your grandfather in the war and stuck in with typhus on a train and survived? Is it the same guy? What a shit life he had. If it's the same guy, your granddad had a terrible life. Busy day today. Typed hello, immediately back on the work phone. Oh, that sucks. I miss you, Akta. I miss you, baby. Thank you, Lily. We're just getting started on painting the front of the skin. The back is a bit more polished. We're gonna be doing the same on the front. I definitely need more shadows, so I'm gonna be getting those in at some point in the future, because these blues are a bit too primary. So I'm gonna have to. I mean, the base coat is too much of a primary blue. I mean, this is the kind of Papa Smurf that will smurf your Smurf with his massive Smurf. You know what I mean? Like, he will smurf you against a Smurf and just give it to you, the smurfing. No, that was my great-grandfather, and no blue pigment eyes. Okay. I'm an idiot, I don't know, like... So we got our first BB light. Now we can do a second one. Boop, boop. Okay. Thank you, Robert. I love blue ink stuff. Okay. Just reinforcing the light we just placed. We can also blend it out just by thinning it a bit. Like this. A chemical process. Okay, so they are synthetic. So I was lied to. I was lied to. Well, either way, blue is easy to blend, so do blue. That's true. Blending blue is easy compared to other colors. So blue and green are the easiest to blend. Oh, Robert. No, it's not Moneta. It's another sheet. I'm gonna be swapping between two different sheets. So while one dries, I can use another one. I think that makes the most sense. Because when you wash it, you are adding a lot of water to the top of it. So if you place paint on top immediately after washing, they're gonna dilute into oblivion. You want the top part of the palette to be dry when you place paints on it. Otherwise, they're gonna just become water. Enjoy, Nick. So again, you can see that all I'm doing here is just drawing, really. It's something I mention often, but like when you're starting mini painting, you are painting. As you get better at it, you stop painting. You're drawing. So I am no longer looking at the sculpt like a three-dimensional object. I have stopped doing it for a while, actually. And I instead look at it as if I was painting a 2D outline. So I am drawing the light, I am drawing the shadow, I'm drawing everything. Of course, I have to make it work on multiple angles because it's a 360 object. But besides that small thing, I'm just drawing. Yes, Evan. I saw the Goonies game, yes, I did. And I'm not gonna get it. That's Goonies. Yes, Moneta. Okay, so we're smoothing our light. Yeah, don't you have an headache? Like, no one man should have all that power.
No one man should have all that power. Clock sticking up, picking up the hour.
Okay. Let's boot end. Again, just drawing layers. It's important I maintain a little bit of darkness, because I do want to transition in some darker shadow. So this is one way to do it. Like, I like building up the light and then working a bit more on the shadows. Get those a bit right, a bit more right. Then I work up the light again. Then I make the shadows. Like, it's a back and forth. It is. It's very easy to imagine. Take care, Robert. It's very easy to imagine painting to be a step-by-step process, and it can be, don't get me wrong, it absolutely can be. But the moment you attempt to do something a bit beyond the simple painting of the mini for gaming, and you want to do, I don't know, a competition piece or something, it is important to be elastic in your way of thinking. You should never think you are done with a detail unless you are done with the model. Hello, hi. How you doing? Okay. Pretty happy with this so far. It is very easy to overdo. You need to know when to stop. You stop when it looks really good. Now, your definition of really good may vary, and therefore the result varies, but like, I think that at the end of the day, it's all about ambition, right? Your very good of today will not be the very good of tomorrow. At least that's not how it is for me. Models that I considered really, really good a year ago, they don't look very good to me now, after I see the paint jobs again. Because like, it's always about, you know, getting that one more step in. No model is ever finished, only abandoned. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. In what case do you want to not want to highlight all the way up to white? In all cases you don't, Evan, except non-metallic metal. You never highlight up to pure white, ever, unless you're doing non-metallic metal. Yes, I told you that. I remember telling you this on the Friday whip. You add too much white in your paints to get them to be shiny, but the real contrast happens in shadow, not in light. For example, this skin looks okay now. We're gonna keep highlighting, but when you will see the beauty of it, I hope, when we shade it. Have you ever had a paint job you were very proud of, but then have the next one turn out crap? How do you deal with that mentally? Well, there are many reasons why that could happen. Reason number one is just being tired, in a sense that, you know, If you have done a really beautiful... Yeah, it's a very strong blue. Hello, Varl. If you have done a very beautiful paint job, it means you probably have, in a way or another, stepped over your comfort zone to reach that quality, right? If you're proud of something, usually pride comes after challenge. So if you're proud of one achievement, it's because it challenged you. So if you are being challenged by a model, that means that it was a difficult paint job and you are very tired, so your next paint job probably would be a palette cleanser, in a way. So maybe you're just not putting as much effort in it as you could, and that's absolutely normal. Other times is based on the simple fact that maybe the model you're painting just isn't as good. Because, you know, I was talking about this today on my stream. Like, not everybody understands and knows how to recognize a nice model from a bad one. And I'm not talking about painting, I'm talking about actual sculpt. Not all models are equal, and therefore not all paint jobs can be equal. And I mean, I would name names here, but I'm working for Reaper, so I can't really talk about other companies right now and, you know, throw shade at them. But, you know, not all minis are good, and if you're working on one of those minis, you can't expect the result you would expect from other minis. Hello, Joe. No, I don't have to say anything, OP. Thankfully, Reaper doesn't work like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be working for them. If you know me enough, you know I am not affordable. My opinions cannot be bought. I'm too much of a twat to have them for sale. I work for Reaper because I love Reaper. And I do enjoy painting their models and their paints. I've actually been told at the very beginning of all of this that if I wanted to paint other minis, I could have. I'm not gonna, but like... They don't care. They just want a nice hobby hangout place. Crosby, the crop model doesn't resonate with you as much as the proud one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. In fact, when somebody tells me, oh man, I am starting a Warhammer army or something, what should I buy? Like, what? People are like, I get this question very often, like, what are good minis for a beginner? There are no good minis for a beginner. Buy minis you like the look of. My best suggestion would be start small. Like, don't buy busts or 75mm mini if it's your first minis, because they're not going to turn out that great. But, like, it doesn't matter what range of minis or stuff you buy, as long as you like the mini. That's what matters the most, that you like the mini. If you do, you're fine. Especially when you're new to painting, because, like, I mean, I do it as a profession, right? But still, even though I've been doing this for as a profession for almost 3 years now, you can still tell when I'm sick of a model. Like, you can see me that I am not having fun painting a model sometimes. So, like, imagine being new to painting and having to drag on an army of minis you don't like the look of, and which you bought just because they were strong in game or something. You need to find something you really love the look of, especially when you're starting out. Man, you have no idea what Reaper did for me when I started out. Reaper single-handedly made my career something, not because of what they gave me, but because of the confidence that I gained from it. Back when I was starting out, I had like no followers on Twitch. I had very few viewers, very few followers on Instagram. And I approached Reaper asking them to send me, because I couldn't afford their paints. I wanted to try the paints out, but I couldn't afford them. So I was like, can you send me a couple of samples? And they were like, sure, we love your painting. We will. And that action alone made me feel so good. Because like, you know, I felt like a company as big as Reaper was placing confidence in me by sending me stuff. And that was such a boost for me. Yeah, the last Warhammer piece I did, I was so burned out by it. Unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but like, the truth is that my preferred scale is 75 mils and busts. So I can only have truly 100% fun painting those scales, because those minis are just my favorite stuff to work on. I am so glad I don't have to do that, Evan. I would not be able to do it. Like, that's a skill that I don't have and I will never have. Like, I'm a commission painter, but I have a lot of authority over the paint jobs I do. I choose the colors, I choose the things. I'm not... like, it's one model at a time. Like, being shackled by army painting would be my end. I wouldn't be able to take it, honestly. I have a lot of respect for people who do it. I mean, there's a lot of good money to be made by doing it, because the clients are never missing, really. There is always some guy starting an army somewhere looking for a commission painter, so you're never running out of work if you're good enough. But, dude, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I mean, I probably would do it if I was like, if I had no other option, but I really hope I don't get to choose it. Dude! Maybe they just changed the name, Necro. Have you thought about teaching a class at ReaperCon? Yes, I will be teaching a class at ReaperCon next year. A version of army painting would be break out the airbrush. Okay, these guys are green. Yeah, but like... okay, let's say you do that for a living, though. How much do you charge? And then like... let's say they give you a Space Marine army to work on, okay? And you gotta assemble it. Forget even the painting, you gotta assemble it. How much do you charge for assembly? Per model. Like, in the case of most studios, they will charge you, I don't know, $2-3 per model assembly. Would you assemble 200 Space Marine for $2 times 200? On paper, yes, you would, but then when you find yourself doing it, you want to pull your freaking hairs out. No! Thank you, Voodoo. Also, like, there is personal philosophy in a sense that I could... I could charge a little bit more out of my commissions than I do currently. But at the same time, since it doesn't really have a weight on me to be painting these models so much, I am willing to have lower prices in order to get more commissions, so I feel safer economically, you know what I mean? So we got some pretty strong light here, which I'm probably gonna be taking down globally in a minute, because I would like these giants to be slightly more moody. I was super excited about Camelot after Assembly 175 Milder and the Closet, and I've painted 4 other minis since I got them. That sucks. That sucks. You should give yourself some strength and just push through it and paint one of those minis. Because you did pay for them, right? So... Yes, Evan. They're going a bit greenish. To have some color gradient happening, otherwise, if I just added white, he would look like super desaturated and pastel and would be awful to look at. And this is the huge... Okay, I'm about to start a massive argument in the wrong stream, because this is a mostly American stream, so I'm about to get booed into oblivion. But you know, I'm an honest person, so I'm just speaking my mind. This is the biggest reason why European painters have a leg up over American painters. What I'm doing here is exactly the reason why European painters have an advantage over Americans, because American painters have this tendency of just adding white to the paints to highlight them, and that's like the biggest mistake you can do, because the model completely loses contact with reality and becomes weird looking. It's a very common thing to do that you see often from American painters, the pastelization of highlights, while European painters are we try to stay colorful with our lights. Yes, assembly can be a turn-off. Assembly can absolutely be a turn-off. I remember I had a 75mm mini of a model that I absolutely adore. It's a lady. It's a super cool mini. I have it. It's a lady holding her hands out with blades in each hand, stilettos, and she's basically perched on top of a two-handed sword, which is stuck in the head of a demon she slayed. It's a freaking amazing mini. Too bad the model just wouldn't stay together. Like, I tried pinning it, the model just wouldn't stay together, and I just gave up on it. Which sucks, because the mini is beautiful. But, you know. I would be curious to see you paint twice the same mini. One with white for the highlights, and that as you usually do. The one with the white highlights would be much more boring to look at and weirdly looking. It's funny because I've learned more from European painters than American ones, you Banshee, and that's become the way I paint more than adding white. Yeah, the whole US versus Europe argument is dying out because with the advent of internet and people traveling around to teach stuff and Patreons from all over the world and all of that stuff, the community is merging a bit more when it comes to style. Although there are different styles, of course, but the choices made aren't as different anymore. But yeah, back in the days was like night and day, dude. I hope my version of Galahad lines up correctly. Exactly, the light source is always yellow. Okay, do you want a color theory session? I will need somebody to PayPal me $200 though, because this is actually a serious argument I'm about to lay on you guys, and I'm gonna blow your minds. Are you ready for it? I wasn't about to hold my together with personality with my fingers until it cured. Yeah, makes sense. I do have a pretty strong glue though, so hopefully it's enough for Galahad. Let's observe a paint job from a master. I'm not talking about models, I'm talking like real paintings. Okay, so this is not a very good quality picture, but it gives you an idea. Okay? What can you notice by looking at this picture? Speaking of color. Like, speaking of color, what is it that you can see? I'm waiting, I want answers. I'm not just gonna... My method of teaching is meiotic. The background is painted with cold colors, and the foreground is painted with warm colors. Cold blue, grey blue, cold green, cold ochre, progressively becoming warmer as you approach the lady herself, bordering into ochre orange, and then the lady herself is made with yellows, strong vivid oranges and reds, and she's warm. What does this mean? Depth is given by color, not only value. Depth is given by color, not only value. Depth is given by color, not only value. When you're working on a volume, a leg, a face, a hand, you are creating volume by shading and highlighting. That's the point of shading and highlighting. Expressing the volumes that you're painting. If you use cold colors in the shadows and warm colors in the lights, you're gonna get a pretty good idea of volume, because the colors are gonna push against each other, so the shadows are gonna be pushed back and the highlights push forward. Why is it a bad idea to add white to your paints? Because white desaturates towards cold. And I'll show you how with the color red. Are you ready for it? It's very easy. It's very, very simple to show you. Whoop. If I have the color red on my palette, and I add white to it, I just need a shitty white on anyone. If I have the color red and I add white to it, I mean, maybe I should shake the color red. I washed the palette, it's fine. I'm using a different sheet though, because it's drying. So like, if I have red and I add white to it, I get a pink. Pink is a cold red. It feels cold. It's a cold color. Especially compared to red itself, which is the original color it came from. Red feels a lot warmer than pink does. So by adding white, you're losing warmth. If I instead add a light yellow to my red, I'm still desaturating, of course, but I'm not getting quite as a pink. I'm getting a bit more of a warm highlight. Right? See the difference here? This is cold, this is warm. So if you add white to highlight, you're losing warmth, which means you're pushing the highlights in the background because they're turning colder. So never add white. Never add pure white. What I just told you guys is incredibly valuable. So write it down. Even if you don't understand what I just said, write it down. One day you will. And if you want... I gotta sell out after this. If you want more tips, I have a Patreon where I teach mini painting with hundreds of hours of guides in there. So if you want to check it out, I explain stuff like this on a daily basis there. Alright. Let's darken the skin tone through glazing. I can find my purple. Okay. Boop. Well, no, because I am making the color colder, but then I'm glazing over it. So I'm using white only as a coverage tool, not as an actual highlight varl, because I'm just making the color lighter, but by glazing over it, I am making it darker again. So I'm going back to the original point. Because 9 out of 10 don't know what the heck they're talking about, and the 10th is me, Evan. That's why. I don't know who it was. Who said that? You can, of course, use white and black. There are occasions in which using pure white and pure black as absolutely have a point. There are many occasions in which that makes sense. Many, many, many occasions. But, as a rule of thumb, you want to stay away from pure white in your painting. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Seriously, like, if what I said confused you for one reason or another, or you have follow-up questions, just go for it. Like, please, for the love of Christ, don't be scared of asking questions, okay? You're not bothering me. The painting I'm doing is extremely simple. I'm not really focused, so don't worry, you're not bothering me. I can talk and paint at the same time. Well, not really, because I'm Italian, so if I get too passionate about something, I'm gonna start moving my hands, but you know what I mean. Do, 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 do. Okay. Just gently getting the shadows in there. Well, that copper mask is just perfect, especially with the copper oxide. Thank you. Shadowing the purple? Yes. You can shade with whatever color you want. You can shade also with warm colors, by the way. Like, don't be fooled into thinking by what we just discussed that you can only use cold colors to shade, because that's not true. There is a difference between knowing the rules and breaking the rules. You can break the rules as long as you know them. If you don't know the rules and you break them, you probably break them in the wrong way. But you can absolutely break rules left and right in art. What's important is understanding why you're breaking them. I do often shade with warm colors. Hello, Sylv. What's up, dude? I mean, Evan, what I'm gonna tell you is very obvious, but at the same time, took me a moment to understand it myself. When I was scouring YouTube and places like that for informations back when I started, any piece of advice and info was I considered it good. Took me a while to understand that you should probably consider good a suggestion from somebody only if their painting is good. So the best thing you can do is, before you take the advice of somebody, look how they paint and figure out if you do like it or not. And if there are opinions that clash, choose the one of the painter that you like the painting most. If you want, Ragnar, yes. Been a hard couple of days of work taking it out of me. Man, it's time to quit your job. I don't know what to do without your snarky, sassy comments in chat 24/7. Funny how a model looks good in person, but the photograph of it can look awful. That's a completely different thing, which is photography. To be a good mini painter, you have to become a good photographer. Well, not exactly. If you want people to see your good mini painting, you have to be a good photographer. The amount of effort I went through to understand photography of my minis is almost the same effort I went through to understand painting. It's insane how much I had to learn to be able to take good pictures of my stuff. Yeah, having a photographer wife is great. You can see that as we gain strength in the shadow, our lights are also gaining strength because we are pushing contrast. I don't need to go to pure white to highlight. I just need to go darker with the shadows. I still get contrast. Oh, really, actor? Ah, it's really cool then, yeah. Yes, we are. All the models have been chosen, so we're good to go. Yeah, Reaper doesn't allow for links, Acta, but I think Quindly linked it for us. How fancy do I want to go with the skin tone? Very fancy or just normal fancy? Let's just go normal fancy for now. We can fancy it up later. All right. Neither army. Black is not a color. Black and white, they aren't colors. But you can add red to make it a warm red or blue to make it a cold black. Sorry, you can add red to make it a warmer black or blue to make it a cold black. But as it is, black is black. Okay, I'm actually not too unhappy with this skin tone. For Reaper friends here who might not be familiar with Luca, on his Sunday stream, he'll do a little paint-along session on Reaper model. Yes, that's true. Once a month, I do a paint-along session where we quickly paint a model together, but I try to explain the process I go through to quickly painting it to a good standard. So if you don't follow my Twitch stream, give it a follow. It's up here. I paint puppets there every day. And I would love to have you there with me. I'm really trying hard to create a nice community and a place of learning, but also just to have fun. I'm really trying my hardest. My whole soul has been poured into it. So if you want to be part of it, just come and go. I have it, Archon. What is the model? I don't know. I don't know what model we're painting, but we're painting one. I think I knows more than I do. Because I have all of them for the next 10 months. I don't know which one we picked for these specific months. It's not my birthday, god damn it. It's not my birthday. Okay, so hour 1 of our Reaper stream is over. We have 1 more hour. But as you know, this is the time where I turn into an alpaca. And I have to hide myself before the fairies catch me. Dark Elf Female Warrior. There you go. That's the model. Buy it! Quickly! If you can get it before Sunday, buy it. Also, this is not cigarette paper. This is, I don't know, something that flew on screen. Don't pay attention to it. Yeah, it's my magic scroll, exactly. It's my powerful, it's through this I can BBD. Well, okay, so working on a gray skin is... I can show you something. So, it depends how much effort you want to put into painting that gray skin. But for example, this skin here, on this guy, appears to be a gray skin. Like an undead kind of gray skin. But there is no gray in it. There's actually multiple colors in it. So what I would suggest you to do is to not use pure gray when working on your skin, but rather using off colors like a blue gray, a green gray, a yellow gray, a purple gray. Just use grays that have color added to them. Because if you go with pure gray, it looks bad. While if you instead use colorful grays, you can get more of a, you know, hello. Nice result. Also, this model is one of the models I painted for my Patreon. So if you want to watch the full paint job and learn the colors I used, you can join my Patreon. Oh, come on. I'm out of... Oh, damn it. Sorry, I'm out of fuel. Hi, folks. Mostly lurking, picking up some tips. Nice. New to painting minis, but lots of random crafty maker experience. Welcome to the hobby. What kind of minis are you painting? I only wish the gas would come out. There we go. Have you ever seen an Italian guy become a torch? Because today might be the day you get to see that. I tried to add black ink to get deep saturated black for black armor, but under my lights it looks grey. Maybe it's because it's reflecting like Becca too. Inks tend to be particularly satin when they dry, which means they reflect light. So a black ink will become a satin black, which reflects a fair amount of light. If you want a matte black, if you want to have black. I just got some fungoids from Reaper, stuff that will go with some dioramas I've made. Nice, that's cool. Reaper Blue Giant with realistic fire lighting effect. Wait, what do you mean, Evan? So it's funny because right now, the skin is looking like it has too much contrast. Like the light, the highlights on the skin almost are a bit too bright to look at. And it's so amazing because it's all due to contrast. It's something that I cannot stop being marveled at. You know, like it just fucking flabbergasts me every time. Like how much contrast between details matters. When I get to work, like I will show you right now if you want. I'll paint the beard of this guy and all of a sudden the highlights of the skin will look much better. And the more I paint the model, the more the skin will fall into place, to the point where I'm probably gonna end up having to highlight it again. Because of contrast. It's all contrast. Contrast between the detail itself, contrast between the detail and other details, contrast between the model and the base. It's all contrast. I really like the copper though. Like, I think the copper turned out really coppery. I'm very happy with the copper. Hello, 40. What's up, dude? I have a question for you, 40. When you turn 41, what are you gonna do? Hello, Wolfen. A bunch of oranges, Joe. Do you want me to paint the copper vambrace or the hairs and beard? I don't think I can get both done in one stream, in 1 hour. What do you want to see, Reaper people? Tell me! Everyone! All of you! Tell the dubbing smurf. Do you want to see the hair or do you want to see the copper BBD? Of course you want to see the BBD. Sylvester, you little. Love that copper, especially since the last few days I was wondering how you would handle such a non-metallic. Copper is fun to paint. You don't get to paint it very often on minis. They're always gold and silver and stuff. Like, you never get to do much copper unless you're painting some specific minis. This guy was like, fuck it. If he's a cloud BBD, a storm BBD, I'm gonna use blue and orange contrast, I don't care. Alright, well, it seems like the people have voted for hair, at least those who have chatted. So we're gonna do some hairs. How do I do the hairs? Well, I probably want to use some sort of blue, turn it into a grey, and then into a white. Not really white though. A local white. I don't know, I could make this, I could make the muscles look even more defined and super, almost cartoony really. I don't know if I want to do that. Hello. Alright, let's do the hair. What are my glasses? I need a black. Well, not really black, but it's fine. When I got this model, it was missing his front arm, so they sent me a new one, meaning here I had 2 swords. Nice. What did you do with the second sword? Ah, that's cool. That's pretty nice. Para. So we're starting from a grey, but it's not a grey, it's a grey with color. As I was saying earlier about the grey. I never, ever, ever, ever use pure grey in my painting. Ever. I stopped doing that months ago. Ever use pure grey. Never. Because pure grey is boring. It's absolutely boring and you don't want to see it in your models. Always give it a bit of color. Grey, MG. Good day, sir. What do you mean by pure grey? Black and white together, or a neutral grey. Yeah, but you don't really ever want anything to disappear from a miniature. Like, the composition is too small already to make it hidden. Grey has its place. For example, one of the powers of grey is the desaturating the colors around it. So if for some reason you want to desaturate a detail on a model, placing grey next to it will create a more cloudy effect, which will make the colors around it look more desaturated in turn. But I would rather just desaturate the colors, honestly, because that makes more sense. Gray is a... Okay, so, wait, I got you. Gray is a value, not a color. Think about it. Gray is one of the steps required to establish value. Between black and white, the contrast of light and dark, gray is in the middle of them. But gray is just that, a value. If you want to work with desaturated colors, which means colors with a lot of gray in it, you need to have a color to desaturate. So you always should be having color in your grays, because they are always a desaturated version of something. They are never just an in-between, between bright and white and black. In real life, or in art, nothing is ever an in-between of white and black. There is always color in it. Photography is a great card for white balance. Yes, absolutely. White balance is super important in that case. Mini painters don't need to white balance their painting area, because what white balances our painting area is the color of the lights. So long as you know what lights you have, you know what the white balance is. Okay, let's go lighter. This guy's starting to look like Reinhardt from Overwatch. You give Papa Smurf a giant... I wish, man. I wish I knew how to sculpt. He's done smurfing around. There we go. And this is not the same paper from today, Vithiel. I have decided that it's better if I use 2 different sheets. So when one is drying, I can use the other one. Because after you wash the sheet, After you wash it, you have to let it dry. So I'm gonna let the other sheet dry overnight. And in the meantime, use this one. Yes, Ultra. What color do I do the eyes? Ah, let's do them. Yeah. Oh, really, Ultra? Wow, okay. No, I'm gonna try to just simply use some hot water to get it straight. Hello, Gimli. How you doing? Finally back home. Still finishing up work day, though. Wow, that sucks. So we're just working gently on getting the light in the right places without exaggerating it too much. Because after adding the shadows, I felt that I had too much light. I didn't need as much contrast. Okay. Well, the face is good. We can... I don't know. Do I want to tone down the skin? Like, make it darker. I don't want to use, like, too much of a... Gently. You don't come back from what I'm doing now, in a sense that if you decide to reduce the value of something by glazing over it a darker color, like I am doing, you can do it, but you cannot go back. Like, you can go back only if you re-highlight. There is no way of regaining value by glazing. But I am fairly confident that this is the right choice. Because I feel like I have too much light happening. So if I take it down a notch, it's gonna be cooler, I think. This glazing is extremely difficult to pull off, but once you do know how to do it and you do it consistently, it's like a magic trick. Well, a 75mm mini will take you more than an hour, Ragnar, so... It depends if what you're looking for is knowledge or practice. If you need practice, get the mini. If you want knowledge, get the hour. I can give you knowledge. I can't... You still gotta practice to be able to make it happen. I can tell you what to do, but if you don't do it, it's never gonna happen anyway. Okay, like this. I like this. Okay, let's do the copper. Yeah, why not? What time is it? Yeah, we got 20 minutes. I don't know. Let's see if I can make it. Not a problem if I can't, really, but... Do both. Profit. Gimli, I have... You... Mark is a great painter. Can you see, by the way, that, like, I don't know if you noticed in this, but, I have two colors on this object, and, it's already looking metallic, right? Like, look at it. It's already looking, like, the bracer is already looking metallic, isn't it? With two colors on it. Just a matter of contrast and placement. The metallic is so easy once you get the hang of it. My first attempt at non-metallic took me 3 days to get right. 3 days at about 12 hours a day of painting, and it was one arm of a Space Marine. So don't worry about it. You can do it. Oh, really, Vith? Yeah, Saint Celestine wings, man. Jesus. Some of you guys, I don't even know why you still watch me, Gimli. Like, honestly, like, I get why people might be wanting to watch my stream nowadays, because, you know, I paint nicely. Like, I don't get how people can still watch my stream after having gone through the Saint Celestine wings. That was pure tragedy, man. How long did that take me? Like 2 weeks or something? I was going insane. I would paint them in 20 minutes now. It's incredible, man. I should have downloaded those streams for posterity, you know? So whenever somebody goes, oh, you know, I'm losing hope because it's taking me forever to get something right, I just link them the Saint Celestine stream. And they go, okay, I get it. I get it. It takes time. I get it now. I lost track after a week. Well, I missed those. Trust me, it's a good thing you did, It's a really good thing. Man, this fucking thing is looking amazing. What the fuck? Okay, these colors are interesting, man. I only used to be able to watch like an hour a day. I was just starting to watch. I was just, you know, that someone would paint for 48 hours straight and not be finished yet. Dude, it was insane. It was insane. To know that it took you a lot of time and effort to do no metallic. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Alex. Good day. That's true. Maybe the trolling is a positive effect on me, you know? I just get faster at painting because maybe I feel like I can end the stream sooner if I finish first, so I don't have to see you guys. Might be that. They are very cathartic, actually. Stippling is extremely cathartic. It's so relaxing. Learning it is absolutely a pain in the ass because you have to think a lot about what you're doing and the illusion and everything. But once you know how to do stippling, it's so fun. What are you talking about? I am faster. What are you talking about? Look at, like this chick here, we painted her in 2 days, dude. Look how nice she is. I am getting faster. Too fast, actually. I need to slow down. You call that finished? No, actually, it's not. It's just not finished. We need to do a few things. Oh, that sucks, Arkham. He had to get faster so he can fit in his pretentious opinions every so. Wait, how are my opinions pretentious? I am a divulgator of the hobby. I'm like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of mini painting. What are you talking about? How am I I am pretentious, you're right, sorry. I am pretentious, you're right. But at least I'm cute, right? Man, this is looking like this is impressive actually. I don't even know how I pulled it off, honestly. Like, it's very cool. Need some blending, some bibbiting, but I'm liking this bibbidi. Yeah, Evan. In all fairness, Neil deGrasse is pretty pretentious. He is, yes. I do like him a lot, though. I like my boy Neil. He's not my boy, he doesn't know me. Wow, Archon. Two Spanish streamers boxing themselves. How's this thing looking? Enjoy packing up, MG. I'll see you later, dude. Hello, Marika. I do that, Joe, on Patreon.
I need to eat. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I would take you through the steps, but I can't. I do it on Patreon, man. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Lol, give me. Yeah, I guess this is how Flameon does, not Metallic. I still prefer mine. I mean, he cleans it up a lot more, though. What? Well, this isn't the Sea Otter channel. Wait, there's a Sea Otter channel? What are we doing here? How you doing, man? Ah, okay, Gimli, thank you. I have no idea what you're talking about, Alex. Man, you guys really want me to quit the stream, okay? I get it. Goodbye. Have a good one, everyone. Take care of yourselves. It's been nice being here with you guys, but apparently Trashorama and John really want me to go somewhere else. So I will see you all later. Thank you so much for joining me during the stream, and thank you so much for the company and the chats. I will see you next Wednesday for more progress on this sexy Paka Smurf guy. He's gonna smurf you in the Smurf. Or you can join me on my own Twitch channel Friday, where I will be finishing this sexy lady here. If you want to, in the top right, there are all the relevant links, my Twitch stream, my Patreon where I teach mini painting, my Instagram so you can watch my stuff if you want. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.